defense and just sit down with coach, go over it.
Was that difficult for you, or is it what took you not so long, but what was the impetus to finally decide that I need to get into this more?
Just realizing that I could do it. Like in the spring, I had a pretty good spring, and that pretty much like instilled it in me that I could actually do it.
Do you have a preference playing the mic or the will? Does one suit you better?
I just play Mike right now. Yes, sir.
I think one of the main things that stands out watching you play is just how all over the field you are. You know, you've got a motor, is the old cliche, I guess. What instilled that in you, and just I guess what fuels you to just be flying all over the place and making plays in such a fashion?
I feel like at linebacker you gotta have a mindset that you want to make every tackle. So that's just like the mindset that I have going out there. Just I want to be at least near every tackle. So.
Arvell, you bounced around positions in your career. At what point do you feel like maybe it was the spring you felt settled inside of that?
You guys that again?
At what point do you feel like after moving around positions, did you feel like you felt settled at linebacker?
I would say it was during the spring. Like I said, I feel like I had a pretty good spring, and I think that solidified it.
When you felt settled, was it more of like, okay, I know the plays, I know what I need to do, or was it just a feel thing for you?
It just felt natural. Like I knew what I was doing, and I felt fast doing it. So.
What were the conversations like last year when they were looking at you maybe closer to the line of scrimmage, and now it's sort of like focusing on linebacker?
Conversations. I can't remember what the conversations were. They just thought I could be an edge just because how quick I was, and they thought I was gonna gain a lot of weight. I was already 235 last year, so they thought I'd at least be like 250 by this time, but still 240.
Do you have like you're playing linebacker now, obviously. Is that your preferred spot? Like, what do you like about linebacker just versus like if you had stuck with like maybe being on the edge or an end?
I like linebacker more because I feel like I'm more free. I liked edge too, but I feel like linebacker, I'm more free, and I can make a bunch of plays at linebacker.
Did you ask to go back to linebacker, or did they just switch back to linebacker?
They put me back there. So.
How difficult was last year, not being out there for a while, getting hurt, and not really seeing the field on defense at all?
It wasn't really difficult. I knew I wasn't seeing the field. It was because what I was doing. I wasn't really into the playbook. I was really all over the place. So it wasn't difficult. I knew what the problem was, and that's what I changed this year.
So how much did that then drive you into this year then?
I completely changed from last year. So this year I'm in the playbook, I'm watching film, I'm with my coach. I feel like that's the difference.
Arvell, what does that look like day to day when you're in the playbook studying? Like Coach Dave mentioned that was an uptick in preparation going into week one. Just take me through like a day. What do you do?
I just go over the mistakes I made yesterday. You just can't make the same mistakes. We're going to all make mistakes, but you can't make the same mistake twice. So I just go over the mistakes, obviously watch film on the other team so I can know what's coming.
You have the mindset, you seem to have, when you watch you play, the mindset of a linebacker. You understand what I'm saying? Do you feel more like a linebacker in your heart than anything else?
Yes, sir.
Why is that? How do you feel that?
Like I said, I feel like at linebacker, I feel like I have to be around every player, like make every play. So that's why I'm always running to the ball, because you never know what can happen. The ball could pop out, you get a pick from that. So just running to the ball, being around the ball.
Did anybody have to coach you about that, or have you always been like that?
That's just something I always did. Just ran to the ball, sideline to sideline. That's something I always did.
And it seems like you have like that little knack sometimes. Some guys have premonitions of what's coming before it gets, before it actually happens. Do you feel like you have that kind of sense about you? Of kind of having a feel for what's coming before they run the play. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That just come with just watching film. Like on them plays where I was chasing the ball, I pretty much knew it was coming just from the mistakes I made that week and what I cleaned up on and what I watched.
When that first week when Cody was